if they're not responding, I mean, they haven't been responding with a level of, with a degree of responsible or sane behavior, and as you say in your book, that it's a state sponsor of terrorism, I'm also struggling with the question of why you would have thought that it was appropriate for us to have direct, unconditional talks with Iran. Because here we have a regime that doesn't respond in a responsible or sane behavior as a state sponsor of terrorism, and what we thought we could, why that would be an appropriate manner for us to address them.
Well, first, I said engagement, and I think we should talk. We actually are indirectly in the P5+1. We have been. I think that's responsible. I think it's always responsible to try to talk first. North Korea. I don't think that I don't consider North Korea a responsible, sane administration, but we're talking to North Korea. We've been talking bilaterally to North Korea. We're talking with the Party 6 to North Korea. I think that's wise. I think it's always wise to try to talk to people before you get into war.
But I think that you were not just, you were beyond the P5, you were for direct discussions with our two countries and also for establishing diplomatic ties with our country.
Well, again, when I talked about the possibility of diplomatic ties, or even I said, I think in 2002, encouraging Iran to join the WTO. I've always thought that that's smarter and wiser if you can help push institutions into world bodies. Because when they go into world bodies, they have to comply with some semblance of international behavior. Doesn't mean they always will. They won't. They cheat. But I think we're smarter to do that. Senator, I've never thought engagement is weakness. I never thought it was surrender. I never thought it was appeasement. I think it's clearly in our interest. If that doesn't work, then I think the President's position and his strategy have been exactly right. Get the United Nations behind you. Get the international sanctions behind you. Keep military options on the table. If the military option is the only option, it's the only option.